I need the motherfucking views. Nick, I told you to show up naked. I need the views. Do you understand this? Views. I'm trying to become. You know what I'm trying to become, Nick? The lady
Next Rip Trippers.
No, not Rip Trippers. I want to be. I want to be way bigger than that. I want to be the next. I want to be the next Lady Gaga. I think it's possible. Do you think it's possible? Maybe.
You look more like a woman than she does.
Ooh.
Besides the body.
Besides the body.
Yeah.
I don't think Lady Gaga. Do you think Lady Gaga is ugly? Or do you think she's ugly?
I don't, but she's got like that nose. Like she's got like a weird. She definitely has a weird face, but she does have a really nice body. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not really a body guy. Like I like the face more so than the body. Like I mean I don't want I'm not looking for like a terrible body by any means by standard, but I mean I prefer the face. I'm more of a face guy. Like if the face is beautiful, then that's really what gets me. But I'll tell you this: in that new movie she's in with the handsome guy, I can't remember his name
From PA.
From the Hangover.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, him. I like that guy. But that movie she's in with him, A Star Is Born, that movie's fantastic. I really liked her in that. I thought she was cool.
I haven't seen it. I do want to see that. I heard it was a good movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good. All right, guys. Well, hey, you know what it is? It's Tuesday. And you are watching That Coil Show. Nick, how in the world are you?
I'm good. I can't complain. How are you? I mean, it's still sunny out, so I was going to set up something to build while we are talking and stuff. So, yeah, I always have better camera stuff going on when it's sunny because I got a window right here.
Yeah. Well, it's a Coil Show. It's That Coil Show. So if you want to build, I mean, I think that fits into the agenda. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm going to go through, and I'm going to say hi to some people. You want to say some hi to people with me?
Yeah.
Maybe I can speak. All right, let's go through here. Oh, so I talked to Holy Fiber today, and I may be getting you some Holy Fiber. You want some Holy Fiber?
Yeah, I'll check out some Holy Fiber. Holy Fiber is in the UK, right?
Well, it's based out of France.
Out of France.
But the guy I deal with is in the Philippines. So I don't know if it's like some kind of like they produce it there, but the company's in France. I don't know how that all works.
Yeah.
But I know the juice company's out of France, but then I think they're work together with the fiber company. It's really good. It's legit. It's legit. So I'm gonna get you some. I talked to my guy today, Addy Tooney. What's up, Addy Tooney? Addy Tooney, you're looking at two people who have Addy Tooney tuned up RTAs. Fantastic. I use it pretty much every week, at least once. I don't even bring it downstairs. I have it upstairs, Addy, where I just rotate it on different things. I don't even bring it downstairs anymore. It is my favorite RTA that I have, and it's fucking awesome. Love this guy. Addy Jones. What's up, Addy Jones? How you doing? Previous featured builder here on the Vape 5. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Adrian Daniels. Now, Adrian Daniels. Nick, are you a football fan?
Really only the Eagles, and that has faded away recently.
Because after they won the Super Bowl, it's been downhill since there, right?
Well, it was rough, like, because I always watched the Eagles, and after a while, I kind of just fell away from it. And then they won the Super Bowl, and I was excited. It was awesome. I wish they would have won it when I was younger. That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It could be worse. You know that, right?
Yeah, they could never win the Super Bowl.
Could never have won one. Could have never been to one.
Yeah.
You went to one in like the 80s. 1980, actually.
Yeah.
They went against the Raiders and lost.
Yep.
Yeah, the Browns have never been to a Super Bowl. Did you know that? Never been to one.
Never been to one, huh?
Never even been in the building.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Adrian Daniels is a Browns fan. You know what? He's fucking awesome. Every time I say him, he's like, go Browns. I'm like, goddamn right, go Browns. We're going to the Super Bowl this year, Nick. Need you to watch out for that.
Okay.
Big G Coils. What's up, Big G? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Future builder on the Vape 5. Good to see you, my man. BlackCat Whiteface. That's me. Is Nick in chat? Nick's not in chat. Nick, I need the view. Get in chat. Get. I'm kidding. Charles McLaren, the Baron. What's up, Baron? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. EB Vapes. What's up, EB? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Fabian, another feature builder, getting ready to come on here. How you doing, man? Great to see you, sir. Frank Einstein. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. I am super happy you are here. Herb Williams, what's up, Herb? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Glad you are here, brother. Jane Dodd, love my life. You know that, Nick?
Yeah.
I think in another life, Jane and I probably would have got married. We probably would have. Long distance relationship. Jane, I can get you your green card. You can come over here, United States, live in the United States. I mean, you're not really from a third world country, though. You're from the United Kingdom, so it probably wouldn't be any better. Probably be worse. Nick, have you ever been to UK?
I haven't. I would love to go, but maybe you want to go over there.
I should.
Yeah.
I should. That's what we should do. Jane, write that down. Put that in your notes. We'll work on that.
Did you see Vape pictures of?
Yeah.
Those are really good, huh?
Vape amazing, dude.
He must have spent like $1 million on them pictures. He bought a whole bunch of stuff.
He does. He's got props.
He's got some. It looks like he's got a whole barnyard.
That guy's got props, and dude, he is a phenomenal photographer. I mean, I was there in the infancy of his photography when we used to talk about it in our build team back in the day, and like he's like just gone through the roof. He's one of the best there is now. Really cool.
Yeah. Well, it's not hard to be a good photographer when your ancestors basically made the camera. So,
Nick, they didn't make the camera. Did they make the camera? Did camera come from Japan?
I put all Asians together. They're all the same.
One group. So fun. All right, there's one strike. We are. Thank you for ruining my chance. Justin Crabtree, what's up, Justin? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. Glad you are here, my friend Kim Dixon. Hey, Kim, how are you, honey? Great to see you. Glad you're here, Lewis Miller. Another Buckeye. Great to see you, Lewis. Glad you're here. Mac Myers, what's up, Mac? How you doing, man? Great to see you, buddy. Glad you are here. Mad Vapist, what's up? Mad Vapist put it on in his shop. We're in a shop right now. We're on the big screen in a shop. Hopefully nobody's in it. Listen, if you're shopping in this shop right now, make sure you subscribe to BlackCat Wi-Fi. I need the subscription. They're probably like, who is this fucking old guy in this terrible hat? BlackCat. This is Nick Devine. Probably the greatest coil builder on the face of the earth. Why can't my thumb turn that way? There we go. That's Nick Devine right there. Greatest coil builder on the face of this earth. I'm the greatest coil builder in the universe. He's got this planet. I've got the rest. The rest of it's all mine. Merlin71, what's up, Merlin? How you doing, brother? Great to see you, sir. Glad you are here. Nick Benton, what's up, Nick? How are you doing, brother? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Patrick King, what's up, King? How you doing, man? Great to see you, sir. Glad you're here. Pittsburgh Vapes, Mr. Mike Berg, what's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Great to see you. Glad you are here. Stephen Aiken, what's up, Aiken? How you doing, man? Great to see you, sir. Super glad you are here. Subaru Nerd Vapes, what's up, Subaru? Good to see you, man. Subaru's got a channel. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. You go on YouTube. It's got a great channel, does reviews and all kinds of stuff. Lots of live shit. Good to see you, Subaru. I'm glad you're here. The Sesh. There's Tommy. What's up, Tommy? How you doing? Tommy is like moved away from Tommy Vapors, and Tommy is now Tommy Stoner.
Yeah.
Tommy Stoner. Well, he hasn't smoking pot. Did you know that, Nick? Tommy quit smoking pot.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty cool channel to learn how to transition off of smoking pot into
onto CBD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never smoked either. Well, no, I can't say that. I smoked a lot of marijuana. I never smoked CBD. Or maybe.
No.
Maybe I should try it. Todd Black. What's up, Todd? How you doing, brother? Great to see you. And Tyler Axel Rose. What's up, Tyler? Great to see you, man. Glad you are here. Let's run back to chat, see what's going on. See who all I missed. Woodtick Mike, good to see you, man. Didn't see you in the list there. Wheeler, what's up, Wheeler? Dave Flowers, how you doing, brother? Great to see you. Bones, what's up, Bones? Uh-oh. Things just changed.
Kim Dixon here?
No, Veronica Gibson.
Okay.
Hi, Veronica. Glad you're here, maybe? No, I'm glad you're here, Veronica. My little angel, my little sweetie pie. Good to see you. Glad you are here. See if I missed anybody else. JMO27 builds. What's up, JMO? How you doing, man? Great to see you. And I said, hey to Addie. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining. Glad you guys could spend an hour with us today, me and Nick. Sorry we're a little late. Nick, I was watching your Instagram there. You're driving? Did you come back from work? Nick, you froze. Nick's froze.
Am I froze?
Yeah, you're freezing. You're kind of freezing in and out. There you are again. You're froze again.
I'm froze again.
Yeah. What I want? Are you on your phone or are you on your computer?
I'm on my computer.
All right. Tommy the zombie is in the. Do you want to go out and come back in? Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yep.
All right, reboot your PC. You'll be back. I'll hold it down till you get back. He froze again. All right. I'll give you a nickel for him. No, Tyler, no nickel. All right, here, I'm back. It's just me. It's just me now. Now, I have got giveaways. If you have not entered the giveaways, it's a good time to do this. If you want to enter some giveaways, I am highly recommending that you do. This week's featured builder, Tamed Dragon 66, phenomenal builder. You have a chance to win coils from him Wednesday and Friday. You know how you're going to enter the coils tomorrow? You're going to win some coils, and you're going to win a bottle of 24K Billionaire. This is Holy Fiber Juice Line. I got the shirt on to prove it. You're going to win a bottle of that, 60 mil of that tomorrow with a set of coils. The only thing you have to do to enter to win that is go to yesterday's episode, is episode 312, and put a number in between 1 and 150 in the comment section. For Friday's giveaway, you're going to go to Tamed Dragon 66's channel. The link is below, or his page on Instagram. I apologize. Link is below. Go there and repost a pic from his page with the hashtag BlackCatFam at Tamed Dragon 66. Let's get him some support. Get him some support this week. Got a big sale. One thing, do you see that sale that they're having tomorrow, Nick, for Kidney Puncher?
No, but what is it?
It's 30% off tomorrow, all day. 30% off all wire on Kidney Puncher. Plus, if you use, I think it is August 15 off, you get another 15%. So it's almost half price.
So you could get almost 45% off with the right
45% off. Yeah, they do it weird, though. They take the 30% off first, and then they take the 15% off the rest of it. So they don't do like 15% off and then 30. They do 15, and then they do the 30, and then they do a 15 off the rest. So it's not exactly 45%, but it's about 40% off. It's almost half price, which for Kidney Puncher is good fucking wire. I have plenty of wire. I don't need, since I'm not building, I don't need any wire, but if I did, I would definitely look. It's better than wholesale.
I need ribbon, but sometimes when I go over there, they don't have ribbon, and that's like the main thing I would buy from them.
They don't have ribbon? Which one?
Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't have stainless steel ribbon.
They don't. It's hard to get stainless steel. Stainless steel is a tough one to get from Kidney Puncher. One thing you can do is, if you want Kidney Puncher ribbon, you do want stainless steel, look for the 100-foot spools, or the smaller spools, 30-foot spools. Get the smaller ones, because they usually do have those in, even if they don't have the 100-foot spools in it.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can do, or at least what I used to do. What's up, Merlin71? I don't know if I said hey to you. Kip Drippers, thank you for joining. So we've got all kinds of advocacy stuff going on. We've got all kinds of people pissed off at vaping going on right now. It is floating all around Congress, and everywhere you look, people trying to do different things. Now, the sad part of it is that gun control is now really under the radar because of the tragedies that we had this weekend. So I guess the good news is for us, when something awful like that happens, it kind of takes the pressure off of us as far as being under, under the radar and all that for at least a few weeks. They'll be all tripping out on gun control. What's your thoughts on that, Nick? Do you see all that stuff that happened this week, on Sunday and Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, dude, it happens. I mean, it sucks, but it happens. It happens all around the world every fucking day. It happens. It sucks. It's kind of hard not to like, I feel bad, but like, it's hard to like feel so bad when it's not close to me or doesn't hit close to home, because I just recognize that stuff happens every day anyway.
Yeah.
In different ways. And just because it's in America, we start feeling all bad, but to tell you the truth, people getting shot in America 50 miles away is the same as people getting shot in, Israel 1,000 miles away or whatever.
Right.
So to me, it's like, it always just happens, and I don't think I don't know. I don't like getting into the gun thing because I just don't really care. If we have guns, cool. If we don't, cool. I really don't give a shit.
I'm more of I mean, I'm not like a gun toter or any of that stuff, but I'll tell you, I think it's, I guess my thing about it is when they start screaming for gun control, when they start using tragedies to kind of move their agenda along, and it feels like that's kind of what it does, what they do. It feels like certain people see stuff like this happen all of a sudden. Although the whole assault rifle thing, I kind of get. I mean, just reading about that weapon, it fires quick. Obviously, you can fire it pretty rapidly. It doesn't get hot. Apparently, the AR-15 doesn't get hot like most guns do. So you can really put a lot of rounds to it without having to do anything with it, which is a big thing, I guess, to somebody who really knows a lot about guns. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from. I mean, is it something that people need? Well, probably not. But at the same time, I mean, it's a slippery slope. You can't just start banning. You can't start banning things because then where does it stop? And I think that using somebody who obviously has mental illness as your example, I think it falls more on society's lack of treatment for people with mental illness. I mean, especially here in Ohio. I mean, mental illness is treated in the state and state prisons. That's where they treat mental illness now. They don't treat it; they just put them in solitary. You know what I mean? Get them the fuck out of general pop. That's pretty much how mental illness is treated in this state. And you see people with mental illness do things like this. It's because there's really no treatment for them anymore. And it's sad, man, that it's come to this, but it's certainly not. You don't carry guns; you don't know how to use one. I know how to use one, not real well anymore. I have a gun. I have a couple guns. Used to have more. I got robbed. Did I ever tell you, Nick? Veronica's in there trying starting shit.
I bet you Veronica's got guns.
Veronica had a 32 when I first met her. A pink one. A pink 32.
I was just going to say, was it pink? I was just going to say.
Pink. Yeah, it was pink. We took it to the range, shot it a few times. I had an MP40 at the time. And we used to take it in the range and shoot them. And it has a pink. It jammed, though, like a motherfucker. It jammed every time you shot it. So we ended up getting rid of it. She ended up selling it to somebody. Probably, I don't know where it is now. I don't know if that, probably not legal. We didn't sell it. We kept it. We still have it. No, it got stolen. There you go. That's even better.
It got stolen.
Yeah, it just, I'll tell you, you can go absolutely. Oh, it was a 38. It wasn't a 32. It was a 38 automatic.
A pink 38?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, Veronica will shoot you. Veronica likes to stab people, though. She's not really a shooter.
She likes to stab.
She likes to get right up on you. Sneak up on you real quick. Stab you.
That's funny.
Prescription Coils up, Corey. Mountaineer Vapes. How you doing, man? Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining. We're rolling into 524. All right. So, Nick, you got anything you want to discuss on the coil? Any coil tips or anything you want to bring out in that coil show? Since we kind of skip this part every time.
No, but you know what? For all your coil needs, you could go over to N.Devine83. Tonight we're doing Sukas.
Sukas, that's right. This is, N.93 has taught more people to build than probably any other channel on YouTube.
And 83 is good too.
83. 93 is his cousin. That's his cousin Ned.
93.
Don't go to that channel.
Yeah.
80.
Don't go to that channel.
Don't go to that channel. Whatever happened to Ned? Why don't you do any Ned stuff anymore?
Because of busy. Because we're both busy.
Is he super busy?
Yeah, I do want to do some more Ned things, but not too many. Not as many as people want me to do. But I don't want to. Scott, I was thinking.
What's that?
You're a funny guy.
Pretty much.
Don't you hate it when people think you're on call and okay, be funny. Yeah. They'll maybe at work they'll be like, "Hey Scott, look at that," and they'll repeat something you said. I have somebody at work that does that to me a lot. And I'm just like, dude, I'm not in the fucking mood, dude. Let me get my fucking coffee.
You're like, you did the jump.
Coffee.
Does he do the? Do you do the Joe Pesci thing? Like, what am I, a clown?
Yeah, what am I, clown?
How funny? How? How am I funny to you? No, you said it. I'm funny. How am I funny? You know what's funny? I'm not really. I'm like, I think I'm pretty funny, but I don't like. I'm definitely not like this at work. I'm not like this at work. I'll say funny things sometimes. A lot of people won't get it, but like some people do, and I think the people who get it appreciate it, but a lot of people don't get it. I told you the other day I was on a conference. Did I tell you this? I was on in a meeting the other day at work, like a big meeting, and I was on my headset and I was listening to the meeting, but I was working at the same time, and I was going through email and I was reading my email, and I got this email from this guy that was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I said into my headset, I said, "Oh, here's this fucking idiot." But I didn't mute my phone. I forgot to mute my Skype, and it went out over the fucking thing. And it like lit my, so people in there like, oh, people like, oh, wait a minute. I'm like, oh shit. Did they just hear that? I muted real quick. Yeah. If I could say it. When the meeting was over, this guy Jason came over to my desk. He's like, that was fucking awesome. I was like, did you guys hear me say? He's like, yeah, it came through they're in a conference room. It like came through the conference room. Oh, this was fucking idiot. Like,
yeah, it's funny how people are like that. Like, sometimes I'll just like fuck with people just because I'm bored at work, so I'll just start fucking with people.
Yeah.
And
what's the most fucked up thing you've done to somebody at work?
To somebody at work, I've never done anything really fucked up on purpose, but like the other day I got somebody really fucking mad because they were I wasn't feeling good, and I said something and they were in a bad mood, and they got even more mad, so I just kept saying stuff to them.
Oh no, you provoked them?
Yeah, because he was so mad, so I wanted to provoke him because I knew eventually it would end up in laughter. And eventually it got like really heated, and then people were looking at me like, is he serious? And then when the guy I was fucking with looked away, I would be like, like, oh, he's fucking with him.
Dude, you gotta be careful. Aren't you like worried that somebody's gonna like, you never know, man. This whole like the shooting shit. Do you ever worry about anybody you work with that could be like a closet psychopath shooter?
Nah, most of the people, all the people I work with, we know each other pretty well. I wouldn't worry about. Nah.
I got a couple people. I mean, not so much now, but I had a guy at work tell me he's gonna shoot me. Straight up, like, I'm going to shoot you as soon as my daughter. He like gave me parameters. He's like, as soon as my daughter graduates from high school, I'm going to shoot you. I was like, I think it's time for me to resign. Start looking for another job, or this guy is going to fucking kill me. Veronica says Scott sleeps in meetings. I had my review this week for work.
Your work?
That got mentioned. Sleeping. He's like, yeah. He's like, look. He's like, Scott. You've been sleeping in meetings. So I was like, yeah. Yes, I have. Yes, I gotta stop it, dude. It's fucking awful. I gotta stop. I told you one time I was presenting in the meeting. I had the computer, I had the PowerPoint up. I was reading through. They started a side conversation. I fell asleep while they had their side conversation while I was presenting. And I was like, fucking knocked out. How awful is that, dude? Like, that's fucking terrible, man.
Like, this shit I got together is so boring.
Yeah, and they like woke me up. I was like, oh shit! Like, what fucking tile am I on? Oh, okay, here I am. Here I am back in.
You drink a lot of coffee?
I drink a cup of coffee when I get to work, and then I drink a soda at lunch. Typically, I drink it, but I try to like keep it for like an hour or so it like gives me some energy. But it's just, I think I just need to get up and move around more. I think that's my problem. It's because I just sit there. You know what I mean? And I think once sitting there, I kind of just that's when I get tired.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to fall asleep at work. I used to do it like when I started one job. I used to, my boss would never come to the job, and he would give me like work to do that I would get done in like 2 hours. And then I would go upstairs, right? So we would be working in a house, and nobody else would be in there besides like me and another guy working downstairs. So I would go upstairs, and I would have like a tool next to me, and I would go in a bedroom and kind of in a closet. But so if I heard somebody coming up the steps, I would just pick up the tools in my hand and start working. And I would just fall asleep, and I would hear somebody come up the steps. And I'd wake up, and I'd just be like, oh, man, whoever did this spackle in here, they fucked it up, man. I've been in here all day. But usually he would never even come. I'd be able to sleep for like an hour and a half or so.
Charlie says, what's wrong with my eyebrows? There's something wrong with my eyebrows?
Yeah.
I think it's just my hat may not be on straight. My head's not even. So when I put a hat on, it like leans one way because my head's lopsided, I think. Get up and walk around every hour. That's good advice, Frank. I need to heed that advice. Hillbilly Hick, what's up, man? How you doing?
So, how long have you worked at the job that you're at now?
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah, ever since I moved back to Columbus. Yeah, I was in New York for New Jersey, like northern New Jersey for about 9 years. I had a couple of jobs when I was there at 2, and then this one. I've really only had 4 jobs my entire life. My entire adult life, I've only had 4 jobs. And then 1 in Denver, 2 in New York, and then 1 here. So, yeah, once I get in a company, I pretty much stay. I just, I think it's a good, I don't know. I got that from my dad. Like, my dad worked for the same company his whole life. You know what I mean? It was like retired early, like had a great retirement and everything. It's like, that's kind of how I look at it. Just stay. Like when I first started working, people were always jumping around to different jobs to try to make more money. Mm-hmm. And then like a couple years later, like none of them had jobs. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just going to stay with the job that I got. And that's kind of what I do.
Yeah. I always stayed with a job until I had another one. That's, but this one, like, I'm like, I've been with this guy for so long. We're going on like 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's like, it's almost impossible for me to get fired. I would have to do something really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like you guys have a good relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and he gets a lot of jobs, man.
Yeah. I mean, we started as a small business, just me and him, and just kept getting relationships with other people until we got a relationship with a couple millionaires, and we're good.
Yeah, that's the key. It's got to know right. Does he have more than one crew, or like does he just have one crew?
We're kind of working our way. It's technically more than one crew. We're kind of working our way up until it's very hard to find people that are worth it. It's really hard. It's hard to find good workers nowadays because anybody that's good is usually taken. Or that's about it. They're just usually taken. I mean, if somebody's good enough to hold on to, the boss that they have doesn't let go of them. So,
well, can you tell like how long? Because I know for me, like, how long does it take before you know somebody's not going to make it?
I know.
Like if I showed at your job tomorrow, it's like, this is our new guy. This is Scott. And I was like, hey, dudes. How long would it take for you to know that Scott's he's not gonna make it?
It would take about 3 days to know if you don't make it. It takes the first day for me to know how much you should be making.
How much I should be making money wise?
Yeah. In construction, yes. Yeah.
Okay. What if I'm making way more? Do you have people that make way more money than they're worth?
Oh yeah, that happens. Because lots of people don't understand that, you could be an electrician or you could be a carpenter, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you could do it as well as the person that's hiring you. There's 2 ways to do everything. So, somebody could even be better than the person that's hiring them. But if you don't do it their way and you give them a hard time about it, then it's just, there's a lot of egos in construction, basically. Yeah. A lot of ego. I think in every job there's a lot of ego.
There is some, yeah. It's a competition. Like people want to feel like they're better than other people, for sure.
Yeah. And what sucks is like there's no young kids. My boss really wants to get like younger guys in there, but I'm like, dude, good luck, because it would be so hard to find a guy that is going to work hard. and come in and bust their ass for $15 an hour when honestly, most people could just stay home and make that much money.
Do you notice that is there a generational difference between our generation and the younger generation as far as their work ethic?
Huge.
Is it really? You can really tell in your position too, because that's hard work.
Yeah.
You can't just fuck around.
Yeah. There's a huge difference.
I see the exact opposite at my job, that the younger people are coming in hungry, like want, and more the people my age or our age are more complacent. And we're kind of like, well, you know, we're here. We know the job. We know the game. We know how it goes. We know what we got to do, what boxes we got to check. And the younger people are coming in really motivated. So I see like an opposite side of that where I work, which I guess is good. But I think the younger generation has this stereotype, right or wrong, of being a more lazy generation than our. And I think probably if you asked our fathers, that they would say our generation was lazier than they were, and their fathers would probably say the same thing about them. So I don't know if that's a generational thing or if that's just an age thing, that people are lazier when they're younger, and when they get older, they're not as lazy. So
yeah. And I don't even know if it's so much lazy as entitled. Like, it's just like people think that they deserve more. People think that because it's bad. Like when you come in and you make more money than you deserve, that's almost worse than less money and being late, because then we have to tell you how you have to get a pay cut. And
you actually will cut people's wages?
Oh yeah, if you're not, I mean, you're taking money out of somebody else. Like, yeah, absolutely.
I'll be damned, dude. I didn't know that's not common. That's not common that you can just like cut somebody's wages like that. But I mean, I guess you don't have like an HR department and shit like that you have to worry about.
What if they completely misrepresent what they can do though?
Nick, I'll tell you what. We had a guy that worked for us, and it was one of those, like, my job's a little different. You can get away with it. If you can talk a good game, you can get away with not knowing what the fuck you're doing. And he was able to do that, and he was able to fool people for a while. But once we all caught on to what little he was doing or what little he knew, he was making good money too, really good money. And I mean, it took an act of God to get him out. I mean, it literally took an act of God. They had to do paperwork on him for months. It took 1.5 years to get rid of him. Yeah. And that's with him doing nothing. When I say he was doing nothing, I mean he was doing nothing. Like, not just a little bit here. No, nothing. Like, his projects, they had to start giving to me. They had to give them to other people because he just wasn't doing them. It was awful. It was truly, truly awful. And you know, that's the thing when you get a human resource department. That's why you like say cutting wages. I mean, you can't do that. Human resources, like, you have to check all kinds of boxes, man, because there's all kinds of legality and shit.
It's different in construction, because let's just say a guy comes in and he says, I should make $25 an hour. I know how to do this, that, and the third. And okay, you know how to do carpentry? Go do the drywall in that room. And then all of a sudden they're being slow. All it takes is, okay, Nick, go work with him for today. And then me and that guy are working next to each other. I'm doing 2 times as much work as he is. And then he's just going to see, oh, shit, I actually am not as good as I thought. And they're proving it right now. So that's like, all right, well, you know, you don't know shit. So
do you have is there like a community of people that you talk to? So you know somebody coming in, worked on a certain job, and you know whether they're good or not? Or is it like so spread out that you don't really know people, even if they have experience in your area?
No, like me and my boss have done just about everything. We started working on on jobs where, you know, we had an electrician on the job, we had a plumber on the job, we had a carpenter on the job, we had an HVAC guy on the job. So we know every aspect of what should be done, we only have to worry about the carpenters anyway. So I've done carpentry for so long, I know what has to get done at what amount of time for how much money. So it's like, it's kind of just obvious at this point.
I guess what I'm saying is, like, do just like people come in, like, can you like check up on people like when they come in, or is it just like you kind of just go by what they say? Or, you know, I'm saying it's a community like tight where people know, like certain communities, like Veronica's job. everybody in Columbus knows everybody else. So they know who's good and they know who's not. And like my job, kind of the same thing. Like we know who's good and who's not and who can do the job. And so you kind of have you can talk with other people and find out what somebody's like before you actually hire them a lot of times.
So I imagine if you're in a union, you could do that. But what we do is just we bring in guys, and if they're not good, we figure it out. We figure it out pretty quickly. And then, most of the time you just try to get them to do something else. And, if you're not good at this, you can do that and kind of delegate. But most people, it doesn't even come to that. It's just most people, the biggest problem is people showing up. It's just people showing up on time and not calling out. That's like the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing. If you could push a broom, we could find something for you to do.
Right.
So you basically just got to show up, have a good attitude, and that's about it. But it's even hard just to get that.
For $15 an hour, a lot of times, especially now that, what do you think about the national, wage going up to $16, minimum wage?
Yeah, I mean, everything else is so expensive. I think that's good. I think it's good. I don't think we ever pay anybody $15 an hour unless it's like under the table.
Yeah, where they don't have to pay taxes on. I mean, the whole thing about it is in Philadelphia, you hear $15 an hour. Like $15 an hour is different depending on where you're living.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why a national minimum wage doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And the reason being is, and I guess it makes sense from, a national government trying to get votes and saying, hey, I'm getting national minimum wage. And that works really, really good in areas like Columbus, Ohio, and places like that. But $15 in Philadelphia and $15 in New York is nothing. It's nothing. That's your commuter cost. I mean, that's just getting you back and forth to work and your meals and stuff. That's not paying bills, especially in New York. It's not paying no fucking bills.
Yeah, definitely depends where you live, because there's some parts of Philly where that's fine.
Yeah.
Some part, like where I live, that would never fly. Yeah.
Vaping McKin said he can push your stool in for you if needed.
I mean, if you push my stool in, I probably can't find a place for you. You have to at least know how to push a broom.
Pup Man is in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? Who else? There's Voop. We're taking a Voop. What's up, man? How are you? See that Tommy switched over to his main account. Tommy's back in as Tommy Vapors. Don't let Tommy Vapors go, man.
Did you ever see the the Metallica song videos with Donald Trump in them? Like Donald Trump singing the Metallica songs?
No.
Oh my God, I'll send you one. It is so funny.
Is it like him like cut up his words singing it?
Yeah, they just take his words and
the word spice. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I've seen people do that before. It's fucking hilarious.
There's like a new one out where he's like playing guitar and stuff. It's so funny. Good old Donald Trump.
He had a murder-suicide husband and wife at a retirement home. He shot her and then himself. Yeah, retirement home is fucking awful. Man, I'll tell you, I hope that Veronica never puts me in a retirement home. I really do. She probably will, though.
I hope if somebody puts me in a retirement home and they're in there, too, I hope they murder-suicide me.
We've already had this conversation. I have, like, Alzheimer's, like, runs through my family. And if I, like, lose it, like, I'm signing off. Like, please, push me into a lake or something. Like, I don't want to be that guy.
Don't forget that I want to die, please.
Because literally, if I get Alzheimer's, how many? Do you have any idea how many urges I fight every day? How many urges, things that go through my head to say, or things that go through my head to do? I fight every day. Do you know how many boobs I will grab if I had Alzheimer's? Do you have any idea how many boobs I will grab? How many butts I will grab? I will be a menace to society. I will be a fucking what's that called? A harassment guy. That's who I will be. I will be a sexually harassment just waiting to happen, because I will grab, without that motor function stopping me from doing stuff like that, I will be grabbing boobs all the time.
Yeah, Veronica, you're going to have to put him down.
No, she said send this to our daughter. No, not going there. That would not work. No. Let's see. It's good to see so many old regulars in here. It makes it worth coming back. That's right, Johannes. Dude, it's the same crew. The Black Cat fam is pretty much we have a pretty good group of people. Pretty good. We have the best group of people on the internet come into the chat. And Nick's too. It's all the same people every time. That's what the best part about it is. We all stay here. Sex Pest Scott. Goddamn right. Well, you into a big piece of ice in Alaska and let you float away. That, you know what? That actually doesn't sound too bad. Make sure I'm wearing a coat. I don't want to freeze to death. Like, there's a lot of ways that I want to go, but not for freezing to death would be awful.
Yeah, hey, if you knew you were going to die in an hour, how would you want to die? How would you want to do it? Would you like be like me, like kind of just want to jump off a building, or
no? Building? You'd do?
Yeah, I'd probably do a building.
Jump off.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that. No,
I mean, what that's like.
I think I would. I don't know. I've never thought about it. I mean, I guess maybe go to sleep, die in my sleep. I think that would be pretty cool. I think, or maybe die having sex. Would that work?
Yeah, you could do that if you know you're going to die. Like if you knew the exact time you're going to die, and they just listen.
I mean, it'd be everlasting traumatic on your partner, whoever that was. But or maybe it would be Veronica. Obviously, it'd be traumatic for her. But for me, it'd be a good way to go out.
Yeah.
Like getting. Oh, what's up, Jay is bored? How you doing? Jason DeVito, good to see you, man. I want to die in a vagina. That you know what, man? That would not be a bad way to go. You hear about old guys dying that way? They get them young wives.
You thought my sex was bad before. Wait till you see this.
They can't. But yeah, I can't get. If I can giving her the old in out, and all of a sudden they're dead. It happens. It happens. Nick, you ever thought about getting married, Nick? You ever think about it?
I thought about how horrible of an idea it is. Dude, everybody that gets married, it seems horrible.
I love my marriage. I'm like extremely happily married.
Yeah, I mean, it works out for some people, right?
Yeah. It took me two, though. My first marriage wasn't so good.
Yeah. You probably learned from the other ones. And
I did.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works out, but I think I was talking about this earlier. I think that the marriage thing is probably going to go out with the churches, and it seems like the churches are going out. I was talking about how by the time my daughter has kids, she's probably going to have to explain to her kids what a church is.
Wow.
And she might even have to say, go ask your grandfather.
Wow. Churches make too much money to go away. There's too much money in churches. They're not going to go away.
How many churches do you live near?
I got one big one by me.
How many churches were there 20 or 10 years ago near you?
Probably more. But I wasn't in this location then. But I mean, I get it that religion's kind of going down a little bit. No, I get it. I think it's not as common as it used to be, whereas it used to just be American staple. You went to church on Sunday. You know what I mean? But I think it's too much money in it, man. There's too much money in churches that they're not going to go away. I don't think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Fuck, I've been wrong before. Dark Side Coils, good to see you. Bob Ellis, thanks for joining.
Yeah, I don't know how much money are in churches. I know there was a lot of money in Catholic Church, but I imagine that's a lot worse nowadays.
I guess, I'm sure there's ways to look it up. I never really thought about it like that. I just always see it, something that's always going to be there. Every about 1,000 or so years, religion changes the kind of belief system. There's been thousands of religions that have gone through. Right now we have three big ones, I guess, right? And three really Western religions. You have Judaism, Christianity, and then Islam. But, there's all kinds of Eastern religions and things like that. And it's funny, like you look at the religions, like that one's not so bad. Like some I read about, like some of the Eastern ones seem pretty cool. Like that'd be a really cool religion, but they're very faith-based. Like you have to do a lot of different stuff, which I'm not a stuff doer for religion. I like to pray, but I'm not a stuff doer. They're like, oh, you got to fast for a week. I'd be like, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. I'm going to skip that one. Can I skip that? Oh, I don't feel like doing that. That doesn't sound so great.
Am I going to really go to hell if I skip this one?
Yeah.
That one.
That's one of the.
Go ahead.
Well, that's one thing I always wondered about religion. Like, you can't eat like meat on Friday. Like, does God really care?
Yeah, I don't think he does.
Does he really care? Is he like, you know what? You can't eat meat. That's just not going to work for me on Friday. That's not going to work, Nick. Were you Catholic originally?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you go to Catholic school?
Yeah, I went to Catholic school all my life.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Yep, yep. Went to an all boys school for high school.
Did you really? Went to all boys school for high school?
Yep, yep. Yes, I
How
did.
was that?
I actually loved it. I actually really enjoyed the all
You don't have
boys.
to shower or nothing if you get all boys school. It's like, fuck it, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, brush your hair, nothing. You don't give a fuck.
Yeah, unless you play sports, then you have to. Then you have to shower with them.
Yeah, that's true.
Not really.
Did you play sports in high school?
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you play?
Baseball, track, and I played basketball the first year, but then high school is a different basketball scene.
Especially in Philly. I mean, you got some really good fucking basketball players here.
Really good ones. Yeah.
Never played football? Did they have a football team where you were?
I don't think I was big enough for football. I played football when I was young. I was a big kid, but I was like the same size all the way from like 7th grade through high school. So
Oh, really?
when I got to high school, I was small.
Oh, okay. Joseph Serrell, how you doing, brother? He says, thank you for the Ruby and the IPV. You're welcome, brother. Enjoy them. I like to get one of those Rubies. Have you seen the Ruby 21?
Yes. Yeah,
Dude, that looks fucking sick. It's expensive. It's like $240. I don't know if
I think I just want one of them Vindicators. I don't really need the Ruby. There's a lot of things about the Ruby I wouldn't like. I don't like pulsing stuff on a mech mod. So that's one of the things I don't like about it.
The I like the Ruby a lot. Like, I'd like to get one, but I have a Vindicator and I love my Vindicator. I love it. And I mean I still use it all the time. But I do like the Ruby. I think it looks really nice. I had a few of them in my hands before I sent them out. I had 3 of them this last week that I sent out. Jason DeVito says super churches are taken over for the small churches, the bigger church. And in fact, the church next to me is a big one. I mean, it's not small, it's big. And they have like three different services, and like it's filled. They have a Saturday service and 2 Sundays.
See, in Philly, it's bad. It's hard to find a church now. It's like there's one near me, and there used to be like 10.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Wow.
It's not a popular thing anymore. Like I was I used to go to church every single Sunday. My mom used to take me to church every Sunday, and I did that until, I was old enough to say, fuck you, I don't feel like going to church.
Yeah. I think that it's, church is really, whether you believe in God or not, and I'm not going to get in that discussion, but, it's good for kids. It really is. It teaches them, values and things, to be good to people and, forgive people and all kinds of different things that, are important for children to learn. And I think that, like my daughter, my youngest, goes to church and she sings in the choir and does stuff like that. And I think, she gets very excited about it. Like, she really enjoys it, like learning about the Bible and things like that. And, all the stories have good meanings to them and things that you should do for other people. And I think we all have problems with certain religions, and no religion is free of that. Like, there's, you think about it, like, I don't really like that aspect of this religion, but I do think it works really, really well for kids in their development. My opinion, I think it does.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. There's things about, I mean, it's just like everything else. There's always good and bad with it, but I agree that I probably grew up more polite with that kind of stuff, and I've learned good values from it. But there is also an aspect of it where if you make kids do it, there's some kind of a pushback. There's rebelling and stuff.
Yeah, they resent it later in life, and they're like, "I'm not going to go because you made me go," type thing.
Like,
you do need to get their buy-in.
The worst kids I know that I grew up with went to Catholic school, just like me.
Yeah.
Life. And the kids that I grew up with that went to public school are actually better off to this day than the kids that I know that went to Catholic school.
It's funny because it seems like and it's true around here too. I went to a public school, but it seems like the Catholic kids were much more devious Even when I was growing up, like they were the ones that like always had the drugs and shit. Maybe because they had money and we didn't. Maybe that was it. I don't know, but it seems like they did. They were always the ones having big parties and shit.
Yeah.
At the Catholic schools, and I actually went to, I know a lot of guys who went to Catholic school and good friends with them, and they were way more partiers than we were. Way more.
Yeah.
Access to stuff. Yeah. Drip Coils, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Mr. Heath. Bob Ellis says Eagles won a Super Bowl. They don't need churches anymore in Philadelphia. Everybody's done praying. That's what they were praying for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. There's literally the church that I live next to, and that's probably going down. And I can't think of another church that's around. And there used to be a lot. There was actually 3 around me. 2 were closed down.
Wow,
And,
that's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, and the school, like the one is a school and a church right next to each other. They closed the church down, kept the school up. So it's like, it's crazy. It's weird that I don't even think it's weird. I just think that people are just different. It's just a different day and age.
Yeah. Yeah, we've moved away from traditional values aren't so much, like it used to be back. Our parents are baby boomers for the most part. Mine were a little bit before that, but yeah, I mean, it kind of moved away from those type of values. Yeah. So you live tonight?
Yes, at 7 p.m.
7 p.m. You're doing a Suka tonight?
Yeah, Suka during Coil class. Yep.
You doing alien Suka or regular?
The regular, just the twisted one this time.
That's paying the dick.
I like to twist it. I think that the twisted one's easier.
Yeah, it is. Well, they're both pretty easy, but I mean, I hate twisted because I hate having to go back and check it. Look at your core, look at that, and like, okay, it looks pretty good. And then it's wrong, and you got to twist it more. It's like, I'd rather this alien it. It's so much easier, because it's going to be right.
Yeah,
it does. I think it looks better though. I think a regular Suka looks better than an alien Suka. Ultimately, you gonna do like a single ribbon, or you gonna do multiple ribbons, or are you gonna do
just a single for now? Yeah, we're not gonna get too ahead of ourselves now. Maybe this weekend though, we'll do something crazy with the Suka.
Freaking Coil class, dude. I see it all over Instagram. I mean, you've really got something there, man. That's working out really, really well for people. They're enjoying that.
Yeah, I mean, with the move, it's slowed down a little bit. I feel like I've pushed it aside a little bit. I still do it like every Tuesday. Last week I didn't do Tuesday, I think. But yeah, hopefully it could keep going. And then after that, I don't know. I don't know if I'll have to do it over again or if I'll have to do. I'm thinking about doing just crazier. Like, I started in the beginning with easy stuff. So maybe now we'll go back to alien and we'll do something crazy with the alien, like micro clapped an alien or whatever. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I think it's great. I know a lot of people are learning shit. Are you guys, is Resistance Crew still doing the like the mentor tutor type thing?
Boot camp, yep. Still doing the boot camp.
Who's in there?
Right now, Nick Fenton's in there, and
nice.
Who else is in there? I'm sure it's somebody else that's in the chat. I don't really go in that chat that much. I don't go in any chats really that much.
You don't have time. I know exactly what you mean. I don't either. I just the same way. All right, guys. Well, we're about out of time. Nick, you want to say anything before we get out of here?
No, just come over to my channel at 7 p.m. and I'll be live there. We're going to do Sukas, and that's it. And thanks for having me, Scott. It's fun.
Hey, thanks for coming on, Nick. We'll be back live again. Well, maybe next Tuesday I might do a recovery thing. Maybe you and I could do a recovery thing next week if you got time.
Yeah, I would do that, definitely.
We'll do that. And yeah, that'll probably be the theme next week because I typically try to do it every other week, but I did too. I did this week, so next week will be that. Tomorrow, Vape at 5, you have a review of the Point Blank by Asmodus single coil RDA 24 millimeter. I'll be reviewing that for the show, and then we'll have a little interaction time after that. We can just sit and bullshit. Nick's on tonight at 7 o'clock. Make sure you're in that chat. I will be there. ST Vapes is on at 8 o'clock tonight. And what else? Oh, Fresh is on at 9 o'clock tonight. So got 3 really, really, really great channels, great shows to check out. I hope everybody has a fantastic Tuesday. We will see you very, very soon tomorrow, Vape at 5. Be here at 5 o'clock. got to review. It's gonna be the best review you ever seen, Nick. It's gonna be the best review you've ever seen.
That's a mighty big order you're putting yourself.
You know what? I'm telling you, I'm no stops tomorrow. No stops. I'm not pulling out any stops. Okay. I'm gonna go for it. I had Mike Vapes on the channel on Friday. Did you see that?
I seen that you had him on. I didn't get to watch the episode yet.
I picked his brain. I've got all kinds of tips, and I know exactly what I'm going to say. And it's going to be the best review ever. I'm setting the bar. You know what? And you know how I'm going to know it's the best review ever?
How?
Because after it's done, I'm going to be like, that was the best review ever.
That'll work. But then after you're done that, I'm going to take tips from that, and then I'm going to do the best review ever.
It won't happen. Won't happen. Maybe. Well, don't do that, Nick. Don't steal my glory.
Okay.
Love you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.